Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. And somebody sent me a file, had a bunch of text on it. But, he's a little bit confused about the contour tool and so on. So I just took one part of the text out, and I kind of thought I'd show him. And if you take this right here and take your envelope tool, you can create this effect of this sloping in. You know, before you actually do anything, you'd want to probably do this. And, you know, you could do it by making the outside bigger, and I've got a video on this and how you can get it exactly perfect. But what we need to do, this particular font has like, well, I guess it just has two contours. From a distance, it looks like there's actually a white between the red. Yes, there is. So there's a red, a white, a gray, and a red on the outside. So what you want to do is just take this, and it's still I made this text up out of some other text, but it doesn't matter. You could do this with or without the text. And we're going to take this and go to Effects in Contour. And it's not going to let me do it because it's grouped together. It's not a text. Let's convert it to a curve and then break the curve apart. Or let's just ungroup it. So now we can do individual letters. So we're going to contour to the outside. That's pretty good. And then once you've got that set, you can just click on your letter and keep hitting apply. And then he asked the question, when do you want to break the contour apart? Well, you want to do it right now. So we're going to break the 12 objects apart, which actually is breaking that contour apart. Because now, looking at this, that's going to be our red contour, and then there's a white that's just very little. So we're going to take this, because we've broken this apart, now we can go to the inside. Let's go 0.02 and just see what happens. You see, we're just getting a little bit of a shadow, and that's going to work. So now click on that and just hit apply. And if you have treat all objects as filled, all you have to do is hit on the center of those. If you ever see anything jump, just move it back. So now we've got that done, and we're gonna go ahead and break the contour again apart. You can do them all at once, and we're gonna kind of make this look like the real deal. And I'm just gonna use a red, but we're gonna fill in with red on the Smart Fill tool and just hit those lines. No, you know what? They're actually gray in the middle. So we want the contour to be red. So and you can just red in the contour, and we're just making it all red. And you have to do the inside of that and the inside of that. Now we're going to take, and evidently this he's going to print this on shirts because wanting all the colors and all the different contours. And then we could take the contour tool and change it to this gray. And then we can fill in this gray, and there's going to be a little bit of white between those two because it's not filling it in. Now, I don't know as a printer, you know, like if you're doing it on a white t-shirt where you want that white. So we're going to go to Effects or Object and Order and put it to the back of the page. And now you can see that little bit of white. Well, if your t-shirt was white, that would print and that would be white. You could actually fill that in with a white. Laser engravers don't want to use white, but we could in this case. So you really need to zoom in here. And we're going to take the Smart Fill tool and we're going to fill that in with white. And if you did that all the way across, you're going to have to really zoom in. And I actually filled that box in with white. Let's just delete the box now. And we've done, well, it looks white, but it's not white. So let's bring that box back And let's go do this. You can do 2 letters at a time if you zoom in right here. So we're adding a white. Lasers engravers won't want to add white because white does engrave just a little bit, and especially a CM white, K gray. But I'm just showing you that we can make this white if you're a printer. And of course you would use probably something. So that's how you would do it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take that away. It won't look as cool. Now it's got a contour around the whole thing. So what you could do in this case, and you can't contour it because you see this, we're actually gonna make this font a little bolder and bring it up to about where it is in there, and then take this and put a border around it. Now the border is going to be really too big, but then what we can do, it's going to allow us to contour to the outside, and we're going to contour 0.25. I'm just guessing, and almost got there. Let's go, and you could always go back. Let's go 0.5 with a contour. Now this is where you'd want to break the contour apart for sure, and then take that and move it up. And that kind of mimics his text he has there. Now I'm using rounded corners. If you wanted square or more sharp corners, just select it and grab right here for sharper corners. And then it's gonna be a sharp corner regardless. So go up to Object and break it away, those little bitty parts. Now here's what I was saying. If that's too big, now that you've got your contour, you can go to the inside 0.25, and it doesn't do those interior parts. Now this is not gonna work because that actually goes into that F, but you could always change that. Let's contour 0.2. It still kind of goes into the F, and this is where you'd want to go to Object, break contour apart, and then get rid of that outer contour. And then if to get rid of this, you've got to go to Object and break curve apart. And then you could leave that, and you could actually change this F. And because it's a node, and you can make it less, make it like that. Now we still have telltale signs of our border. So we could take this, go up to Object and break curve apart, and then take this name and left click no outline, because you don't want to cut this out and you don't really want an outline. Then you can just move your contour back up, and I'm just nudging using the arrow keys to get it back right where it is. And see, this has got a sharper deal than using the rounded corners. You're going to get this effect, and more so like this is. These are like sharp, and it's a totally different font. And I think that's about it. He's got 2 colors on that. Let's just go ahead. I've already taken a long time. Let's go ahead and do that. Take your contour, and let's contour to the outside 0.1 to the outside. And then we could turn our letters white. I'm just going to right click or left click white, and then take the Smart Fill tool and fill in this with black. And then you would need to fill. You'd actually need, what you need to do before you turn those, you actually need to take them in left click, right click, get an outline. And if you're a printer, you're going to use, they're going to be white anyway. And then this way, fill in all the black, and then that thing just has a gray background around it. We'll make it light gray. And that's how to do it. I mean, that looks pretty cool. I mean, if you're a printer in the 3 letters, 3 colors. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.